Hey everyone. So I am very pleased to be talking about one of my favorite all-time public freakouts today, and many of you will probably remember this crazy clip from 2021, but this Lyft passenger caught his driver on camera screaming at him, reaching for his camera while going 80 down the road, and then kicking him out of the car onto what appeared to be the side of the highway with his luggage and everything thrown haphazardly into the road, driving off and leaving him there entirely dumbfounded at the events which had just transpired. With caution tape strewn about the car and what appears to be a giant inflatable It doll securely belted into the front passenger seat, the scene was chaotic and surreal enough as it is from the get-go. But the strange fact that she appeared to be furious at him for asking her to simply go the speed limit on the highway, was what really caught people off guard here. We now have the whole picture and story to make some sense of this, but first, let's take a look.
You know, I'm just trying to ask you to go to the speed limit is all.
I'm saying I'm gonna go.
Oh. Okay.
Get out the goddamn car.
Okay. All right.
Get out the car now.
Well, you got to.
Get out of my car now.
Hey, you're gonna have to open that trunk. I'm not going anywhere until you open that trunk.
Get out. Get out. Get out. Get out.
Nope. You're gonna have to get my bag out of your car. I just want my bag, man. That's all I want was my bag. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
We discover here she was driving barefoot the whole time. Disgusting.
Nothing to do with that. I got it all on camera too, everything.
Me too. That just happened to me.
So the guy who took this video is named Aaron Sweatland, and he originally posted this to his TikTok page on September 14th of 2021. And in fact, the original video is still on his TikTok page at Aaron0383 if you want to peruse the comments section or something. So this is Q3 of 2021, right? Back when people were a lot more concerned about COVID than they are now. And in fact, that fear of COVID ends up being precisely what may have set this lady off in the first place. You see, our main character was taking a Lyft back from the airport in Nashville, Tennessee, and at the beginning of the ride, the Lyft driver informed him that to comply with the COVID guidelines that were set out by Lyft at the time, she was keeping the windows open. The caution tape display was obviously very silly, but as far as the window cracking, this was, as I'm sure you'll probably remember, pretty standard practice in Ubers and Lyfts all around the country at the time. So a little ways through the trip, they're on the freeway going like 80, and he tries to roll his window up because, according to our main character, the pressure of the air was bothering his ears, only to find that his window had been manually child locked and he was unable to roll it up. This bothered Aaron already, and as he put it, first tip that something is kind of whack for me was like, wait, you've taken control from me to be able to do that? That seemed kind of odd. So I guess it wasn't the caution tape display that tipped you off, or the giant inflatable creature occupying the passenger's side seat. Okay, our main character's spider senses may need some fine-tuning, all else aside, but Aaron goes on to say that when he realized the windows were locked in place, he asked his Lyft driver to slow down and go the speed limit, hoping that by reducing her speed, she would alleviate some of the wind pressure he was experiencing. This, of course, is where the viral video picks up. Aaron says in an interview that he did for a local Tennessee news station, by this point, he was actually pretty scared.
The passenger of this now viral video found himself in the back seat of what he calls an aggressive Lyft driver who then left him right on the side of the highway. He spoke with our Olivia Michael and says he hopes his experience is a lesson for others.
What was supposed to be an average ride home from the airport.
I'm just trying to ask you to go to the speed limit is all.
I'm saying I'm gonna go.
has now gone viral.
So I attempt to raise the window on the door, and she has it locked out.
Aaron Swetland said he just wanted to close his rear window because of the pressure on his ears.
Oh, wow. Get it, guys? He wore a pressure shirt for this interview because of the pressure he was feeling on his ears.
First tip that if something is kind of out of whack for me was like, wait, you've taken control away from me to be able to do that? That seemed kind of odd.
He says his Lyft driver informed him it was a COVID rule to keep the windows open.
So then I asked her if she doesn't mind to just reduce her speed. Maybe that would be more pleasant for me if we're gonna have to keep the windows down.
Instead, things escalated.
At that point, that's when I turned on my camera. When she tried to grab for my phone and throw it out of the vehicle, that was a scary moment because I'm like, had she succeeded, I lost my only way to communicate.
Okay, in the interest of journalistic integrity here at The Reckoning, we have to stop our main character right there. You'll notice that he just said that he was scared because, quote, she tried to grab my phone and throw it out of the vehicle, and he was worried he wouldn't be able to contact someone to pick him up had she, quote, succeeded. But watching this part of the footage back over a couple of times, it doesn't seem like there was actually any indication whatsoever that that was this woman's plan to throw his phone out of the vehicle at all. That seems to be an entirely made-up piece of the story there, so I had to point that out because we take our storytelling very seriously here at Reckoning HQ.
I just want my bag, man.
Swetland hopes others learn from his experience.
Thank you, thank you. This really can happen to anybody, and you really kind of have to be cautious of your surroundings and just be aware.
And never have to endure a ride like his.
Me too. Just be safe. Like, watch out for yourself. Nobody else is doing it, so you got to do it for yourself.
But what became of our Lyft driver, Karen? Surely she didn't get away with this nonsense, right? Happily, we have confirmation from both the news station that interviewed Aaron and from, what I think is way better actually, a personal comment left by the official Lyft account on Aaron's TikTok video, the original one on his TikTok page. This Lyft driver, as a result of her absurd display and unbelievable lack of professionalism, was suspended. Lyft says, "Safety is fundamental to Lyft. The incident shown here is concerning. Well, yeah, to say the least. We are in touch with the rider to offer our support and have suspended the driver." And really, I can't imagine a scenario where the investigation they launched would have yielded any result other than the terminating of this woman's employment at Lyft, because this lady was 500 kinds of liability. I would have opted out when I saw the caution tape, personally, and I'm still very curious about what that thing was in the front passenger seat that is going to bother me until the day I die. If anyone has eyes on whatever weird inflatable product that is, and you can put my fears to rest, I would appreciate it. Okay, guys, that's the story behind Caution Tape Lyft Karen. Hope you enjoyed the show. If you did, leave me a like below, perhaps even subscribe to this lovely channel. All right, that's it for me, folks. See ya!